tutorial is inspired by Amanda Seyfried from her April 2011 ELLE cover. And when I saw this cover, I'm like, oh my gosh, she is so stunningly gorgeous. Her eyes just popped. There's two different versions of the cover, but there's one that's in black and white, and she has this really beautiful smoky eye. So I thought to myself, oh my god, I have to do a makeup tutorial on this. And then I thought this would be a great prom makeup tutorial as well, because it's just so gorgeous for prom or for a night out, or you know, if you're just feeling like being glamorous that day. So I absolutely just love it. So if you want to find out how to do this look, then stay tuned. Alright, so I've already primed my face to start out, so I'm just going to apply my foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match in N3, and I'm just going to use my Trish McEvoy Face Blender to blend that out. Use whatever foundation you like. We just want to use something that's really pretty natural on the skin, kind of like a light to a medium coverage. Honestly, is one of the best brushes for foundation. Using a flat-topped kind of blending brush really makes the foundation have that really airbrushed kind of quality that's just super flawless. Blends it out so evenly. I absolutely love using this type of brush for foundation. Okay, so now I'm just going to use a little bit of a concealer. I'm using the Bobbi Brown concealer in Warm Ivory. Great concealer. You want to use something that's maybe like a half a shade lighter than your natural skin tone, because we want under the eye really bright. So I'm just going to apply that and just sort of pat it in and bring it up past the eye here. Alright, so now that we're nice and bright around the eyes, we're going to add a little bit of dimension. I'm using the Bobbi Brown bronzer in Golden Light. Now, if you're fair-skinned, this is an amazing bronzer, because it gives a really natural color. And it's nice and light and golden. You know, it's not pink, it's not muddy on the skin, because that can be a problem. It's beautiful. So just swirling that through the cheekbone, and then you just want to kind of frame the face a little bit. Next, we're going to go ahead and prime our eyelids. I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I've been using this forever, like literally forever. It's so good. And we want this shadow to stay put. So really important to use a primer, because we don't want these dark shadows to fall all over the place. Alright, so now because we're going to be doing a really dark look on the eye, I'm going to take the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and just apply it to this inner corner and the inner tear duct area. And just blend that out, because we want our eyes to still be open, not totally closed off. So this is going to help us just keep that area really bright. So for eyeshadow, we're just going to do a quick wash of color all over the lid. In the picture, it looks very kind of glowy and iridescent, so I'm going to use, haha, surprise, Celestine by Bare Escentuals, still one of my favorite shadows ever. So I'm just picking that up on a fluffy brush, and we're just going to sweep that kind of from the center of the lid over, still leaving that area in the inner corner white. So any kind of just shimmery, neutral, kind of tan color will work. We're going to be layering this with some really dark colors. We just want that nice shine to the lid. Now in the magazine, it's in black and white, so it's really hard to tell, you know, what colors exactly were used. So this is the fun part. You can play around and pick different colors. On one version of the ELLE cover, she has a softer kind of bronzy eye, and it looks a little deeper, a little more intense. On the other cover, the black and white cover, also some of the pictures on the inside, if you have seen it. If not, you can Google it, because she looks absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, so these are the colors I'm using. I don't want to use a harsh black. So I'm going to use a really dark purple, really dark navy, and this nice kind of medium shimmery brown. So if you want to follow this tutorial how I'm doing it, find a really dark metallic purple, dark metallic kind of navy, and a medium bronzy kind of brown color. And yes, her lids are pretty shiny, pretty glowy, so we're going for this sort of metallic look. So first I'm picking up the darkest color, the dark purple, which is Beauty Marked from MAC, and I'm just going to place that, sort of pat it in this outer corner here, and just sort of work it upward into the crease area. Now, don't worry if this is a little messy, because we're going to blend it out. It's going to be okay. We're going to make it work. Alright, so you're just going to kind of extend this shadow a little bit so it shoots out almost in sort of like a little wing shape. And then we're going to pick up a little more product and then just press it into the lower lash line. Alright, so next I'm picking up the deep blue color. This is Contrast from MAC. And I'm going to place that color just right kind of above the line, but only like in this outer corner. So just right on top of it. This is giving us lots of dimension and lots of beautiful color. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, it's so dark, it's so smoky. We're gonna blend it out. Hold your horses. And again, you can just sort of press underneath the lower lash line too, just in this outer corner. She has this really kind of dramatic winged shape, so that's exactly what we're going for here. Alright, so now we're going to go into our bronzy color, our sort of lighter medium shade bronzy color, just on a fluffier brush. This is a Trish McAvoy. It is the number 23 angled crease contour, but it's nice and fluffy. Any fluffy brush will do. And we're just gonna kind of work into the crease here and just blend and blend and blend and blend and blend. I know this camera doesn't do it justice, but these colors look absolutely gorgeous together. And this brown color I'm using is Sable. Really pretty. This is the color that I used in my Victoria's Secret Angels makeup tutorial. Very pretty. And then again, just kind of blend that underneath as well. She has a very smoky lower lash line. Alright, so now we want to make sure our edges are nice and crisp. So just go in with any kind of matte neutral shadow. I'm just using like a little buffing brush, and you just want to kind of go over those edges underneath and around just to soften it and make sure we don't have any sort of really harsh line. Oh my god, I am obsessed with this eye look. If I was going to prom, I would totally wear this. Totally wear this. And just a side note, like if you know, depending on the color of your dress or whatever, if you're going to an event or prom, whatever it is, you can totally use this same technique with whatever color combination you want, because this is just a great smoky eye. I love it. I really love it. So now that the eye is done and it's nice and smoky, we don't need to put any liner on the top lid, but we are going to line the waterline. So I'm going to go ahead and do that top and bottom. Now if you have smaller eyes, you can totally skip this step. Just do your mascara, lashes, and be done. But I'm going to go ahead and rim the waterline. I'll be right back. I went ahead and I lined the rims with some black liner. Now I'm just going to curl the lashes and add some mascara, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. As you can see, I put on some lashes too. I just used Ardell number 110s. They are perfect because they're long and wispy. They're not overly dramatic, but they just add a little something extra. So I went ahead and put those on. Ardell's are great because they have a really thin band, so you can lay them really close to the lash line without having to, you know, put too much liner to try to cover it. They just kind of go on and look really pretty. So I have those on. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my brows really quickly. So my brows are filled in a bit, and for our last step, we're going to finish off our lips. Ooh, and blush, but let's do our lips, I guess, since I have it in my hand. And you just want a really pretty kind of pale pink lip. So I'm going to be using Revlon's Pink Pout lipstick. Top it with the NARS Gloss Turkish Delight. It's just a really pale pink. Then for the cheeks, I'm going to use NARS Deep Throat. It's just a really pretty soft pale pink. Just a little bit on the apples of the cheek. She doesn't really have a whole lot of color on the cheek, but we don't want to be completely void of some life here. I know we have a little bit of bronzer and contouring, but just a teeny bit, just for a little pop. And this is your final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's just a really fun, beautiful, smoky eye, great for prom, great for whatever, inspired by this gorgeous ELLE cover. Yeah, so this is my interpretation. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, and don't forget to check out my contest. It's on, it's the video that pops up on my channel. I've got so much to give away, so please check that out and enter. You still have like a week left. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. Until my next video, I will see you all soon. Bye.